Live and live. What is up? What is up? Twitchland, can you hear me? Throw something in the chat if you guys can see us and if you guys can hear us. Welcome to the Civitai Thursday office hours. We have a very, very special stream for you guys today. Rather than it just being me blabbing about all the ComfyUI, AnimateDiff, and video stuff, today I actually brought one of my really good friends who I have worked with very closely over the past year. His name is Phil, but he is better known as Machine Delusions in the AI community. Phil has been around since the Disco Diffusion days, and he is a wealth of knowledge. I'm very stoked to have him on here today. He has built something specifically to share with you guys on the stream, and this is going to be an intense one. He's going to actually build something from scratch in Comfy and really just show you guys what is possible once you learn how to navigate through it and use the nodes, and that it probably goes further than a lot of us even would think just as we're doing our daily thing in it. So with that being said, I am going to drop the link to Phil's Civitai profile in the Twitch chat as well as in the Discord chat right now. The workflow that Phil is sharing with us today, he has actually uploaded to his Civitai profile specifically for you guys so that you can go ahead and download it and use it afterwards. Phil was also the person who created and merged the Photon model with the LCM AnimateDiff model. So the Photon LCM model that we have been using on the stream the past couple weeks in the AnimateDiff LCM workflow is from this man right here. Yeah, without further ado, Twitch stream, Phil is going to be on my screen streaming to you guys. So if there's just a little bit of a quality lag or something, I apologize. This will be recorded and put on YouTube. This is how we're doing it. Phil, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone what we are going to do today.
All right. Damn, that was a beautiful introduction. Obviously, Boog is a professional at what he does, and thank you for that. So yeah, I guess like really quick, simple overview of me. I come from a designer background. Yeah, I've been around since the Disco Diffusion days. The interesting thing about AI is wherever you come from in terms of your background of outside of the AI realm, you can incorporate those things into these larger workflows, and I think that's like super cool. So the one of the methods that I like to do is turn Comfy into an automation of essentially Photoshop. And so today we are going to build live on stream this workflow. Now it looks hella ridiculously complicated. And what does it do? Well, let's just hit Q and find out. We're actually going to make a modification of this concept, a little bit more tailored specifically to the stream. As you can see, it's starting to render. So we're utilizing LCM. We're rendering videos, quite a lot of videos in this instance. Actually, I'm going to cancel this really quick, and I'm going to turn off my iterations here just for the sake of speed.
Hey, Phil, just a note. When you're moving through Comfy, as you're talking about stuff, move through it just a little slower because the screen bans when you move really fast.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to get to the showing what the workflow does part.
Oh,
I'll
hey,
definitely slow
also
it down once we.
they're asking if you can put your mic just a little closer to your mouth.
Okay, let's eat this.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Bend that boy. How's this? How's this? A little better?
Test, Twitch.
Maybe?
Boom. Okay, they said way better.
Way better. Sick. All right. Thanks, Legend. Okay. We're almost done here. This is going to be a thick boy. We have 9 K samplers in this workflow. Now, you're probably wondering, like, why 9? Specifically because we are going to be populating this Polaroid photo with our custom rendered videos. Hey, Wally in the Twitch chat. I know it looks scary. It's really not. There's a lot of copy paste here, and I organize it really well. And I hope you guys take that with you after the stream. Is organization. It's not scary if it's color coded and follows the flow of left to right in terms of comfy. But anyway, going back to this, we are going to populate this Polaroid photo with 9 custom videos. And then all the way at the end here, oh, perfect timing. The end result will look something like this.
That's so
Where
cool.
it's really fun. And there's a lot of interesting tricks you're gonna learn in here. The way I built this thing was utilizing IPAdapter to its fullest. So right here we have a full IPAdapter. We actually have 9, right? One for every matching K sampler. But there is supposed to be no prompting designed with this book. I specifically designed it in mind for the ability to essentially just not use prompts and just drop images into the IP adapters here and essentially just hit go. I wanted this to be a toy, and I also wanted to illustrate the power of IP adapters because, in my opinion, they are like one of the most groundbreaking things that have come out of diffusion in the last, I would say, half a year to a year. It really is a game changer. Um, so yeah, this is essentially what we are going to be creating. We're going to be creating this concept.
Hey
And I
Phil, real quick. Just so they know, what would you say the minimum VRAM requirement is to attempt this workflow?
the minimum
Yes,
8 GB.
8 GB. There you go, Daz.
You told me to build it in within 8 GB. I did it.
Thinking about you
The
guys, I asked him to keep it low VRAM.
low VRAM. This workflow is it's possible to parallelize the video renders. I'm not doing that in this instance. It's all one at a time. And yeah, I understand that like not everyone's got a high-end graphics card. So this runs on 8 GB of VRAM. For the people who have a little bit more beefier cards, you can really utilize the high-res fix, which is essentially a second pass or a second render through to get it like extra high detail. And that'll push you more towards like the 12 to 16 GB of VRAM. And then of course, like for the people who know what they're doing, tear it apart, have some fun with it. But with all that said, we're actually going to do something a little different to rebuild this on stream to show you guys like the process and like how I think through these things. We're going to take this concept of multiple videos being comped into a single frame, and we're going to do it with the Civit homepage. So every single cell of this homepage, we are going to populate with our own custom videos. We are going to create overlays that simulate the effect of how many downloads and the title and like the workflows thing. We're going to simulate a video collage Civit homepage. And I think it's going to be really fun. It's a really silly idea, but I just wanted to show you guys the breakdown of how this works. The download is on the Civit website, as well as a YouTube video that kind of like quickly goes through and breaks down like how to use the thing, what things to look at in terms of settings, and yeah, basically how to leverage it and have the most fun. So without further ado, let's duplicate this workflow. I'm going to put this over here.
So guys,
And
Phil is a comfy UI node genius, but he's going to show you how this is built. And even if you guys don't kind of grab everything the first time he's doing it right now as he's going through it, which I know I certainly don't when he shows me things, there are pieces that I'm able to take from it and implement into my workflow. So really be like watching the stuff he's doing and see what you can take to optimize stuff that you guys are already doing as well. Sorry, Phil. Go ahead.
No problem. Yeah, so we've cleared our workflow. We have a blank slate, right? Doesn't seem so scary anymore, does it? But that's the scariest part, is Comfy is a sandbox that can be anything you want it to be. And you can go on random spurts of tangent, or you can really confine the tool and a workflow to do one specific thing very, very well. It basically is an automation software. So in this instance, what we're going to do is we are going to build something that essentially, one second, where's my assets? Right here. So I already took a screenshot of the Civit homepage, and this is what we're going to work with. So essentially, we're going to populate every one of these with a video and create an overlay for them as well. So in this case, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're going to have 10 rendered videos in this workflow to create one simulation of a Civit homepage. That's totally variable to you guys and your creative whims. So what's the first step we need to do here? Well, if we go back to the original workflow I had of the Polaroids, you can see here we have these multicolored images here. And now this is an efficiency thing that I've found over time. But what these multicolored images or like blocks of color are actually doing is it's allowing me to target the color and turn that color into a mask. And that's the reason why they're so different, basically, is they need to be far enough apart where I can target a color and turn that specific color into a mask. So you can imagine I have 9, I'm going to be doing 10 videos in this example. I don't want to sit there and create 10 different masks. So this is a quick way to create one picture that then we can split into 10 pictures or 10 masks in this example. So that's like the first step of this process is like we need to like basically set up our assets. And for the sake of the stream, I've kind of already done that. So I'm just going to duplicate this. By the way, amazing tip. In ComfyUI, this is just a load image node, right? If you hold, I'm on a Mac, so it's Option, but I believe it's Alt. Someone confirm that. But yeah, if I hold Option and click and hold and drag, I make a copy. And that's true with any node. So I can be like, you know, an empty image, hold Option, click and drag, I make a copy. So you can quickly just make copies everywhere. Obviously, you can do the Control-C, Control-V thing, but that's a simple one that not a lot of people know. So now we have 2 load images, and for the sake of the video, I've actually already created an asset with colors, and this was really simple. I just went into Photoshop, I drew a box with rounded corners, and I just like brushed it in. With that color. And all the colors are like far apart from each other. They're basically, you know, as far apart on the spectrum of RGB as I possibly could get them, just to make my life easier so I'm not splitting hairs between me trying to scan this thing to get basically mask RGB values. So we have our 2 assets. And now what else do we need? Let's start really simple. We need models. We need VAEs. We need empty latents, right? Basic things that we need to just make pictures. I like to use the efficient loader. It's totally up to you guys. Like, you can 100% just like load checkpoints if you don't want to use these things. And then you can load your text encoder, which is clip encoder, right? Positive, negative. You can do that all if you want. I personally like this, the efficient loader. It's simple, it's clean, it has everything in the box, and there are a few little bugs, but I've yet to run into anything major that would steer me away from this tool. So we have our efficient loader. In this example, we're going to be rocking the Photon LCM model. Link, I think, in all the descriptions. Correct, Boog, on that?
Yep. You guys can
Okay, cool.
find the Photon LCM model on Phil's Civitai page, which is linked above.
Amazing. So yeah, we have our Photon model. We're just going to use the baked VAE. I believe in this example, we are going to use an aspect ratio of, I believe, 3 to 2. 3 to 2. Let's check. If you're not an AI artist that has a aspect ratio calculator open at all times, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's do 4 to 3, right? 512, 384. 512 and width 384. Okay, we're gonna make a very basic AnimateDiff workflow, and essentially what we're doing is just gonna get a simple video to test our stuff on. So I'm going to get the legacy stuff because that's just the one I like. I'm going to use the efficient K sampler because I need these duplicates. I'm just gonna whip the conditioning over really quick. Also, super pro tip, not a lot of people know this. If there is only one variable of that type of node, so in this case, there's only one model patcher. If there is only one of the specific thing, when you go to click and drag, a lot of people try to target it. It doesn't matter where you drop it on the node. If there's only one, it will snap to it, no matter what. I can bring it over here. I can bring it in this corner. I can put it there if I want to. But like for the sake of speed, click, drag, snap. I don't even have to aim. But for something like conditioning, now there's two conditionings here. If I click and drag the positive, it snaps to the positive. But if I click and drag the negative and let go, it also snaps to the positive, right? So this is a quick tip for speed for basically everything else other than conditioning, because usually those are the only things that have two. But yeah, not a lot of things people know about Comfy, but every second counts in this game. It's compounded. So we're going to connect our VAEs. In this case, the Photon LCM model works really well on 9 steps, 1 CFG, an LCM sampler, and a SGM uniform scheduler. Full denoise, and then we're going to use a VHS video combined, which is essentially just going to show us our output. I'm going to change the FPS to 10, leave that MP4, and keep the sauce to yourself. Turn the metadata off. Okay. And then the last thing we need is a context option. I like to do the, where is it? Looped, because I like my loops. I leave all this stuff default, especially if I'm just using loops. And then for our AnimateDiff model, it's diff LCM, AnimateDiff LCM. I just haven't renamed mine, but that is also on my page. You can find that on Civit. Links in the descriptions. And for the prompt, it honestly doesn't matter. We'll just put like beautiful landscape or something. Because we are just trying to test. Yeah, and then our latents, we have 24. So if we have 16 latents, the way AnimateDiff works is we have a context window of 16 and it kind of slides across. And if you have a, what's the word? If you have 24, I find it's like the like perfect minimum length of like a nice like rotating loop. Yeah, just something simple I've noticed. And what are we missing? Oh, yes. If you notice, the video is faded, right? Looks like caca. Let's change the beta scheduler from auto to either the LCM square linear, or just the normal square linear. And I'm actually going to use the normal square linear. That's just the one I like to use, and we should immediately solve the faded video problem. Yep. Now we get like perfect fidelity for such a low resolution video, honestly. But that looks good. So let's go back to our assets here for a second. What do we need to do? What are we actually trying to do here? Okay, so we're trying to replicate this page, right? We've already done the colors that are essentially going to be how we dictate where each video is placed on this asset. But then I also went a step further and I was like, okay, how can I feasibly get all of these little icons and like assets and stuff? I want that also overlaid on my videos, because that kind of like sells the whole effect of like this is a home page. And so that's exactly what we're going to work on now. So we have a dummy video, a very, very simple LCM setup, right? Nothing super complicated here. And then next we're going to work on these little assets. So I prepared something very quickly, and basically we're going to have an asset, and I created this in Illustrator, Photoshop, kind of blurry. I literally just screenshotted the Civet homepage, so it is what it is. But I'm actually upscaling it to kind of like save that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use an image blend, which is an amazing node. And this kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier about this is Comfy has essentially become a automation of many different industries, right? We have 3D Gaussian splatting tools now. We have video generation. We have language models in Comfy. We have like every basic tool in Photoshop, masking, image blending, like comping, like it's all there. And utilizing these tools in creative manners is a challenge, especially because it's a node-based program, so things aren't as like variable as they seem. Once they're set, they're kind of like set, right? But yeah, leveraging the power of the Photoshop side of ComfyUI is what I like to do personally. So we have our asset, we're upscaling it, we have our image blend, and what are we doing with that? Well, we're going to take this, I'm going to move it over here. We have our dummy video, and we are going to input the video to the top one. Oops. And we're going to input our asset to the bottom one. I'm going to set the blend factor to 1, and we're going to screen. You have multiple things here. We have normal, multiply, screen, overlay. So kind of play with them depending on your project's needs. But in this example, we're going to use screen. And then we're going to take the output of that and put it into the video combined. And we're just going to hit run. And what we should get is our asset overlaid. Now it's kind of like the wrong size, it seems. Well, probably because I'm not resizing it after. So let's resize this to what we need it to be. 512, 384, 384. We're using an image resize after the fact, or before the fact, I suppose. And then our image from our K sampler. And let's do that one more time. Perfect. Okay, so now we have our asset overlaid. You can kind of see it over here. It's because the video is really light, but it does say Laura XL there. And we have our icons, and we have everything looking pretty decent.
That's
Move
so
to the next
sick.
thing. Yeah, right? So essentially, I'm just like, now Photoshop, forget Photoshop. We're automating like After Effects and Premiere now, like we're comping, we're overlaying with blending modes and So let's take this a step further. I want to basically make a title for this thing. So this is the Comfy Roll node. It's a overlay text. So it's CR text. I think it's overlay. Yeah, overlay text. That's basically what it's called. So this is what that node looks like normally. And what I've done to it is I've taken the text part here and I've created that into an input. So now it requires a string to do the thing. And I've also, I believe this is actually taking fonts from your system. So these are TTFs, which is amazing. So I'm just going to use Impact. This is a brand new computer, so I don't have any fonts, but Impact is fine. And we're going to, I needed that actually. We're going to put JBoog in here.
Did you guys know Comfy had text overlay nodes? I just learned this. So did you guys know that? I didn't know that. This is super cool.
Hell yeah, man.
I kind
We
of
got a
knew with control nets, but then our logos came out, and I haven't really touched any of the tech stuff. But it looks super dope.
Yeah, no, it's very powerful. So in this case, I'm image blending it. Okay, let's think about the order of operation here, right? Where do I want to overlay the text? Well, I think it's probably best to overlay the text on the asset and not the video because it just makes more sense to do it downstream than upstream, or maybe the other way around. Basically, do it earlier than later. But so we're going to feed this image. No, we want to take this into there, and then we're going to change the font's color. What is the hex color for white? That's a great question.
Is it FFFFFF?
What did you call me?
Engelstein, you're the man. You were the first one to answer that.
Hell yeah. Thank you,
No, he
Engelstein.
called you Phil.
Nice. Look at we got
Phil.
Boog. He's right in the middle there. Look at that. Amazing. Okay, so now that we have that, let's boost up the font size, obviously. Want this thing nice and big.
Hey, Dever actually just asked, does putting the text on the other text help with catching too?
For caching?
Or yeah, in the Discord chat.
Text on the text. Can you rephrase the question?
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you were to put it on the video, you would try and put it on every frame, right?
Correct. Yeah, and that's what I was alluding to is because we're overlaying everything, like I might as well just do it on the one asset as opposed to the 24 frames I'm running. Yeah, and I have tested this both ways, and luckily the text overlay is a very light and inexpensive node in terms of processing, but there are some instances where things are expensive and you kind of have to. It's good practice, right? It's good practice to think about these things because not every node is as forgiving as the text overlay node. Okay, so where are we at right now? We have our text, we have our string input, which is boog, and we need to move the position. So let's change the position of this thing. It seems to be center. So let's do, yeah, center is fine. I guess let's justify left. See what that looks like. Yeah, okay, perfect. And then we'll do, is this going to go down or up?
So when
Nice.
you move the position value like that, it's not every one value is a pixel, right? That's not what it's referring to.
I think it is. I think it is
Yeah.
pixel based. Yeah. I think in this instance it's pixel based. Pro tip, if you're doing something like this and you have like a little loop going, just turn on auto cue. Literally just turn on auto cue, hit that go button, and start tweaking stuff. And look, it'll just like keep doing the thing.
So sick.
And
And
I
you
can
guys can do
just
this with 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Suri asks, this means you could also overlay some specific watermark. So you would essentially just do a load image for your watermark, right? Instead of the text.
yeah. You know what? Like, I will blow your guys' minds for a second. A little tangent. Let's take all of this and we'll duplicate it. And we are going to change this to, I don't know, classic Will Smith eating spaghetti. Okay. All right. All right. Before we get too ahead of ourselves here, let's just do this, and then we'll run that quickly. One thing you guys can do is obviously make Will Smith eating spaghetti. Hey, that's not half bad.
That's pretty good. That's like young Will Smith. That's the
pretty
Fresh Prince
good.
of Bel-Air.
It's pretty good. Okay, so one thing you guys can do is you can actually overlay videos on videos. And okay, like why is this useful? Well, you can render essentially assets to then use in your later projects. So for example, like if I wanted this to just be like paper texture, paper close up photograph of paper. See if that works. Sure. We're gonna go with it. That looks like wood to me, but whatever. Okay. Yeah. So if we wanted, we could take this video and we can overlay it. I believe this should, yeah, I believe that's right. And then do that. Right.
Whoa.
And now we can change the blending modes. No, it's the other way around. I actually want normal. Is it going to be, yeah, it's 100%. Okay, so we want overlay and we want this low. Or no, high. We do want it high. And this is kind of like where you start playing around with things.
That's sick. That's
Difference,
so
maybe?
sick.
No, like multiply? That's the other way. Cool. That's sick.
That looks
right?
good.
So it works with videos as well. And why that's useful, like I said, is you can create assets, you can create textures, or just like abstract moving things and just start smashing videos on videos and like really like leveraging the ability to comp things in Comfy, which I think is like super powerful. But yeah, that was a side tangent. The only thing that you would have to pay attention to in that instance is make sure that the frames line up in the sense of, I believe both resolution, or maybe not resolution because we already dictated that that one wasn't, but frame count. Frame count needs to line up. Like if they don't, it kind of does this like, yeah, this just this weird thing. Okay, so let's move on. We're gonna delete this. We don't need this anymore, and we have our asset, which is our overlay. Now we're not done here. Let's keep tweaking where Boog's position is, his name. We're gonna a little bit on the X position. We're gonna turn auto cue on. We're gonna hit play, and now I can just tweak this, and it will update the render a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. A little bit too much. Okay, I think that's good. So now I can come over here and be like, the most beautiful Laura you've ever seen. It's going to be massive, obviously, but at least the positioning is right. And we can just call this Nature Laura. Boom. So now we have our overlay, we have our video, and now we have our title of our thing. Amazing. Without even knowing it, we've actually did all the work, and now we just need this 9 times. So with that being said, let's move on to one of my favorite efficiencies, and that would be turning K-samplers into essentially just random inputs. So I'm literally going to right-click the K-sampler here, and I'm going to convert the steps to an input. Whoops, I got to turn off auto cue. So we got the steps to input. We have our CFG to input. We want our sampler to input, scheduler, denoise, and what else are we missing here? I'm going to leave the seed. I want the seed to be variable. Okay, so now we have all of them as inputs, and if I hit Q, like, I'm missing everything. So now I have to do something with these values, or else this thing won't run. And what do we need to do there? So what we're going to do, also right-click color purple, because I'm organized. We're going to use something called a primitive node. Now, primitive nodes are really, really powerful because they take on the responsibility of anything you plug into it. So what does that mean? Well, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 primitive nodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 primitive nodes. Let's take the first one, and we're going to plug it into denoise. It just becomes denoise now, right? Great, cool. And we take this one, and we're going to go scheduler. It just becomes the scheduler. So, yeah, primitive nodes are really, really powerful. They're variable nodes. They become whatever you give them. So sampler, and we're going to do CFG, and we're going to do steps. And now we have, actually, I'm going to color this cyan. Yeah. And then I'm going to align it because I'm OCD.
Dude, I didn't know that about the
Left.
primitive nodes either. And it looks like
Yeah.
from looking at the chat, a lot of people just really like that one.
Yeah, the primitive nodes one is great, but you're gonna love why I just did that, because this is where the magic really happens. Okay, so now that we have this set up, right, with our video, our overlay, we can move this aside for now. So I'm just gonna shift click that, and okay, we're gonna like deal with this later. Right now we need to set up the main rendering engine of our composition creation. So we have all of our things connected. I'm actually going to use the script, and I'm just going to click that into negative space. So click the script, click it into negative space. Also, if you didn't know that, you can click any node. So for example, this model patcher, I can click it, I can let go an empty space, and it will give me a list of what would commonly be connected to the model patcher. And super, super simple. I kind of use it like a little quick hot swap thing when I'm trying to like build stuff quickly. So it's also really useful if you don't know like what is supposed to go there. Just click it into empty space and it'll kind of show you like, oh, okay, this thing is conditioning and it connects to this. So I'm going to use the script, let go. I'm going to bring up a high-res script. Now, for people who have never used the efficiency nodes, what is the high-res fix script? Well, it's basically a second. You can think of it like a second K-sampler, but the difference being it is running through a second K-sampler, but upscaling in between the two. So you run your first pass, right? The high-res script upscales it by a percentage that you dictate, and then it runs it again through the K-sampler. And that's dictated here with iterations, the denoise of the second pass, how many steps of the second pass, what percentage. So in this case, it's going to be 25% bigger. I like to do it like 50% bigger. And then this is actually the value that a lot of people would want to turn off if you are not on if you are on 8 gigabytes of VRAM, this will push you higher than 8 gigs. So I would just leave this off, this iteration, which means it's like not going to do another pass at a bigger size, less VRAM. And then we have the upscale, where is it? Latent upscaler. This is important. You're going to want to set this to TTL, NN, SD, or XL, depending on what you're on. And basically what this is doing is it's upscaling the image in latent space, which gives you a cleaner representation than trying to stretch pixels in pixel space. It is the cleanest version of just a brute force, like I'm going to make this thing bigger. And you should always use this option pretty much every time. Any of these NN versions. So in my case, it's 1.5, so 1x. And great. So now we have everything connected. I'm actually going to leave this over here like this. Yeah, we're going to do that. And okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys paying attention to this? I'm about to blow y'all minds on efficiency right now. So what have we actually done here? We created a case sampler. We made every one of its variables an input, and we mapped those variables to primitive nodes. And why did I do that? Well, because now what we can do is we can select the case sampler efficient. I can copy it, right? I've copied it, and now instead of hitting Control V, I'm gonna hold.
Phil, real quick.
What?
Real quick.
What?
Do you mean to have the high res steps at 90?
Oh man, to the moon. We're going. No, I just
everyone's pointing that out.
Guys, I haven't even hit Q prompt once yet. I just want to let you guys know. I haven't hit Q prompt once. Don't worry. Okay, so going back to what I was saying here, I'm gonna select the K sampler efficient. I'm gonna copy it, Control C, but instead of hitting Control V, right, like this, I'm gonna hit Control Shift V, right? And what it does is it brings all the connections with it. Now, basically, Control Shift V, Control Shift V, Control Shift V. How many do I need? 1, 2,
What?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I need 10, and then 10.
What the hell?
So there, boom. There's my 10 K samplers, and they're all controlled from one set of parameters. And now, if I want, I can change the steps of all 10 to be 15 steps, or I can change the schedulers on all 10 to be Euler ancestral, right? This is efficiency, and like this is the kind of stuff that I want to try to teach you guys, because this is what allows you to make really complicated things, seemingly complicated things, very efficiently and easily. That took me no time at all, right? I did the work once, and then boom, I just shot it across 10 times, and we're good to go. The thing that will take a little bit of time is me essentially mapping up all the models and the patchers in between. And this is why I'm using the case sampler efficient, because I want to pass the conditioning information through. So for the model, I need to connect all the models, all the positives, all the negatives. I don't want to shoot the latents. Actually, I messed up. I need an empty latent too. So actually, this might be better. Let's connect everything here, and then for an empty latent, we're gonna do empty latent, and this will be our what are we gonna call this? Colors purple, and then what was our resolution? 388, I think it was 3 something. 384. Yeah, 384. So 512 height, and 384. Okay, beautiful. And then 24 frames, right? We're going to do 24 frame loop. And okay, so now we have our empty latents, and we have our models connected as well as our conditioning. So now that I have all that set up, Now I should be able to just Control Shift V. Oh, damn, it didn't come with it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But we got our latents. So 4, 5, 6, 7,
So
8,
sick.
9, 10.
So sick.
Okay. So we got our 10. And that's dope. That's looking point.
Can you not horizontally align them?
Yeah, I could. I could do that.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
I mean, we're
So
talking efficiency here, right?
Yeah. Model, yeah, and then VAE, and then model, oops. Not the latent, the VAE. VAE, conditioning, model. Model, conditioning. VAE. This is the tedium that nobody sees, you know? Everyone's like, whoa, how did you do that? And it's like, I literally stared at spaghetti for 20 hours. And I'm not talking Will Smith. VAE. Okay.
How about
And
Eminem?
then I think we're done. Okay, so guys, we've made art here. Look at this nonsense. Hold on. I just want to take a second to do this. Look at this. Node graphs are gorgeous. This is beautiful looking. It's like a fractal. Okay, so let's move this back. Okay, so here's our K samplers. Great, cool. Let's give us some video combines. Actually, no. Okay, let's pause. Let's pause for a second and think about this. So we have our K samplers. We have our models patched up. What's missing here? We are missing IP adapters. We are missing the actual blending of all the components, and we are missing. What are we missing? Oh yes, we're missing the color. We're like to pull the colors off of the masks, and we need the composition at the end. And that's about it.
Sergius on Twitch said it doesn't even have to render anything to be beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely made some like random stuff before where I'm just like, damn, like I don't even want to hit Q. Like it just looks cool, you know? Like the workflow is the art, you know? Okay, so let's just pick one. Let's start with the IP adapter. That seems like a simple thing to implement. So we got IP adapter, apply, IP adapter, apply. So we need our models. And we need, obviously, our node. And we need clip vision. Clip vision loader. And we're going to use IP adapter plus 15. Okay, what else do we need? We need model information going into there. Let's move all of this up here. Like this. Well, kind of like this. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to use IP adapter like so, and then like this. And we're going to take the model information. Ooh, this is an interesting problem. So what we need to do is we need to pass in AnimateDiff. So I'm just going to do a reroute. So we have AnimateDiff right here. And we need to essentially pass AnimateDiff to the IP adapter, but we can't have any of the IP adapters bleeding into the other IP adapter's model information. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect a blank version from AnimateDiff here, and we're going to do the same trick that I proposed before. So Control C, Actually, we might as well load an image as well because we need that. So this is going to be purple because model patching is purple. Connect the image to there. Actually, I'm going to do prep image for clip vision. And basically what this node does is clip vision was trained on a really small image, like 256 squared or something. What that means is like, if I don't give it that size, it kind of like, it does pretty good, but I find this does the job a little bit better. And I'm going to crop on, I'm actually gonna pat it, or pat it. And then image into there, and then that into the IP adapter, and then I'm gonna make that small, like so, and make it all pretty. And now we're gonna select all of it, Control C, Control Shift V, beautiful. And we're gonna do that 10 times, Control Shift V, Control Shift V. Yeah, we'll fix it after. I forgot. I don't even know how many
It becomes a lot less intimidating when you realize that like a lot of what you did is just copy and paste, and everything stays connected as you're doing it.
Yeah, it's all about efficiency, you know, and like, trust me, there is a logic that you kind of have to follow, and like this is a great example, right? I want a fresh AnimateDiff going to every single one of these IP adapters, and they cannot interfere with one another. So I had to do it this way. It's the most efficient way to do this, in order to ensure that that information doesn't cross paths. And we're actually going to color this purple, like so. Now, what we want to do is we want to connect these to each one of the case samplers. So model, 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 model. Now, you don't have to be a complete psychopath like me. You can hit the Q button in between doing these things. But I've done this for so long that I know it will work. I don't need to check if I've wired something correctly. Like, I just do the thing. But again, you don't need to be like me. Test as you go if you feel it's necessary.
Spence said,
And
if only we could encapsulate the sampler and IP adapter setup into its own node and duplicate that everywhere like Touch Designer.
replicator. I'm so down, Spence. We need it. I'm actually going to align these because I'm OCD. Top. I'm going to align these because I'm OCD.
By the way, for those of you that don't know, Sir Spence in our Discord chat right now is actually the guy who created Zeroscope and brought you a lot of the wonderful Will Smith eating spaghetti videos that you've seen. So we have a pretty distinguished chat right now.
Yep. You know what it's time for? Boog, it's time for a kiss. It's time for a kiss, Boog. Okay. Moving on. So we got our IP adapters. We got them like lined up. Think of these like a column, you know? Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. That's kind of how I'm building this. Where everything in one column is like one flow of information. Even though it's left to right, I'm still treating it like a column because space. Okay. So now we have our IP adapters. What else do we need? Well, we need our video overlays. And I mean, we already did all the work. It's all right here. So we're going to just copy that and we're going to bring it over here. And how do I want to do this? I'm going to ask the chat, do you guys think it would be cool to have a variable for every name. So the title. Should I give every case sampler its own thing so we can like, change every one or like individually?
Yes, they said yes.
Def need 10 different model titles. Daddy Patches knows best. Okay. I'm pretty happy with the placement of the text. I suppose.
Red, that's a very accurate GIF for this stream right now.
Okie dokie. So, how do I want to deal with this? Okay. This can go here. This will never change. So that can just stay there. And we're going to color this green. This is a variable, so we need this to be something. And maybe we'll leave it at the top here, and we'll make it, I don't know, blue. Do I need to upscale everyone? No. So this can stay here. I'm going to rename this just to a period so I can make it smaller. Also a pro tip, if you didn't know that. And I'm just going to crush this down too. So this is my upscaler. It's going to that node. This is our text overlay. Do we need to see this? I don't know. You can hide stuff if you know you're not going to touch it. Maybe, yeah. Let's just hide it for the sake of it. Or
I
actually,
always have issues as I'm clicking around my Comfy where like sometimes for whatever reason the value will skew, so I like hiding it if I know it's something that I'm not going to alter.
yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Where's the image blend of this coming from? What's happening here? I'm overlaying that on that, and then that's getting resized. And then this is literally just being passed through. Oh, it's screen. That's what I'm using it for. I see. That tripped me out for a second. Honestly. Okay. Oh, no. I am wrong. Okay. This is actually supposed to be the video from every case sampler. That's what that's supposed to be. Okay. Where do we want to put those? Where do we want to see our videos? Screw this thing. We can hide this. It's just wasting our space, really. And we can also hide the image resize. We don't need to see that anymore either. And this we need to see. And this will be our display. So let's just make this nice and small. Smaller. And that will go like so. And now we can copy it. Paste it over. So 2. Oh my god. I don't like this one bit. 3. Hey, you guys want to watch me copy and paste for an hour and a half? Yeah, let's do it.
I'm all for it, man. Let's go.
It'll be worth it when I hit play and it just does the thing. I hope so.
But so just a reminder for anyone who popped in that hasn't been here since the beginning, this is a variation of the workflow that Phil shared with us at the beginning of the stream that is linked in the Twitch and in the Discord chat. You can download this version of the workflow on his profile, but he's building a different one with a different layout that's laid out like the Civitai website to show us how he did this on the stream. Just for context for anyone that hasn't been here since the beginning.
Yeah, so to reiterate, we're really leveraging the ability of two major things. We're leveraging the ability of variable masking from colors, which we haven't even built yet. we're leveraging IP adapters really, really heavily to essentially eliminate the need for prompting. Like my prompt could be anything I want. Like it literally could just be nothing at this point, which is amazing. Like I don't want to prompt. Prompting is boring. Like I just want outputs, right? um, and then we're also leveraging the whole like comping side of things, which is really fun. So with this workflow that we're building right now, we're doing that same effect, but we are creating. Oh, let me move this over here. We're doing that same effect, but we are recreating the Civitai homepage, except every one of these little cells will be our videos. And you can see here, we've already like got the overlays and titles, and those are all variable, et cetera, et cetera. So before we go any further, I'm actually going to disable all of this, and I want to check. I actually do need to test before I wire this up. Let's hit go. Okay, and then this needs top image. Let's cue that. It's using this IP adapter picture, representing very well, if I do say so. Whoa, what is it doing? Oh, guys, look! 90-step high-res fix. God damn it.
Oh, they told you.
Yes. I fell for it. I actually fell for it. That's funny. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 high-res steps and 9 rendered actual diffusion steps. So just flying. On a 4090, I rendered 24 frames in 4 seconds and a high-res fix in 11. Like that's absurd, in my opinion. That is the power of one CFG, by the way. When you have a CFG of 1, the negative prompt text encoder does not fire, which means negative prompts at a CFG of 1 do not exist, which is amazing. It's amazing for 2 reasons. 1, negative prompts are a lie. And 2, because we're not encoding negative prompts, we are not processing half the data, which means it's really fast. We only have to deal with positive prompts, which is half of the equation, which is really fast. And check it out. It looks pretty cool. So here's our
Hey.
video. Here's our overlay. It works. So now I can turn this stuff on and wire it up because I was really, really scared that I was going to sit here and wire all these up and then be like, it's wrong. Do it over. So now I'm taking the images of every K-sampler and putting it on the top image blend thing. Like so. And done. Okay. So now we have all of our K-samplers running. We have all of our IP adapters, which just happen to be the same picture. Like we're going to change that at the end. We have our overlays. And now let's add a group. Number 1. I want to move this around. Okay. Beautiful. Move this out of the way.
Dever in the Discord chat said crocheting for nerds.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, like I don't even want to move it. Like I wanted to like start like ripping stuff apart, but I honestly don't trust ComfyUI's Control Z, and neither should you. Don't trust it. Okay, so now we're gonna try to build the masking section. So let's start moving stuff around. We'll move the AnimateDiff up here. We'll move our K-sampler somewhere over here. Let's line that up. And okie dokie. So let's make the masking. So we have our 2 images. Whoops. We have our civet asset, which we'll just put here.
Let me answer this question in Twitch real quick. So, Nenatab, you asked what is the IPAdapter setup doing? The IPAdapter setup is taking the reference image at the very bottom of the whole thing that Phil is uploading. That is just a still image. It's using that image instead of a prompt or instead of LoRa's or anything, and running it through AnimateDiff and animating it. So you're essentially just animating the reference image. The IPAdapter is just to use reference imagery in your image generation or your video generation, or when you're doing stuff like this.
Yo, I love Sergius's comment. Like in life, leave negative out of it. That's so good. That's powerful stuff right there. Cool. So yeah, where were we? We were just aligning our assets here. Something like that. Looks pretty cool. You know. Okay, so we have our actual asset and we have our multicolored mask. So let's start building the mask section, because that is something I've been dreading, because I just don't want to do it because it's kind of sucks, but whatever. Basically, what we need is we need 4 nodes. We need the color to mask, and color to mask. We need the grow mask, which we don't necessarily need, but I do like this because it allows you to expand and or not contract. It's just expand. Oh wow, wait, we can contract. Oh, bro, I learned something on this stream today. And then we need mask to image, and this one's actually not good. I wouldn't use this one by MTB, specifically the one that has the color. Use the one that is this, because this one handles batches. Even though in this circumstance we are not using batches, I highly recommend using this mask to image over this, even though they're by the same guy, right? This one handles batch images, so like videos, right? And this one only handles single pictures. So it's like, why do I need this? Like, I don't need that. I just want to use the one that does more always, you know? Anyway, so that to that, that to that. And then the image Gaussian blur. The Allure plugin suite is really, really good. They have a bunch of like general Photoshop assets, not assets, but like nodes that allow you to do things like Photoshop. So like image sharpening, image blending modes, things like vignette and like sepia and like just general image processing stuff. Transform, rotate, flip, mirror, like all that kind of thing. The Allure plugin node pack is really powerful. They have tons of stuff in there. Definitely recommend that. Okay, so then we got the thing, we got the other thing, and we're doing the thing. So this is the part that I don't like, because it just takes forever. We are going to target every color, and we're going to strip a mask out of it. So for the sake of cleanliness, I'm just going to do this over here because the stuff sucks. And we're going to feed an image in, and we're going to see an image out. And I'm gonna, for a lot of people who don't know, I want to turn off all of these nodes. Well, you can come here and you can select them all and you can hit Control B, right? Or select them all and right click bypass. In that case, it didn't even work. It was just the one. Or you can use something called a fast bypasser. And what a fast bypasser does is it allows you to connect it to something called a repeater. And what this does is I connect the repeater to the bypass, and now the bypass gets a button. And the button turns that on and off. right? Now, all I have to do is take this repeater and put it in a group. And when I hit this button, the entire group turns off. So I have the entire group on a kill switch now. And I didn't even connect it to anything. I just threw it in a group. As long as it's inside the box, I have now a kill switch for the entire work, or this section of the workflow. So I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna call this kill switch, and I'm gonna make it black because all my kill switches are black like that. And that's that. So now, boom, done. Now I don't have to worry about that. Now I can just sit over here and hit Q prompt, and only this stuff will fire, right? Like, that's what I want. I don't want my K samplers doing things, right? I turn that shit off. Okay. So now that we got that, let's target the red, because that's really easy. So we have RGB here, right? Red, green, blue. And we have a threshold. So we can turn all these down to 0, and we're just going to turn up red. And then we go boom. Right? Like, bright as the sun, baby. Look at that. White mask right on the red. It's perfect. Cool. That one's done. Red. And we're going to copy it. Control Shift V. Let's do yellow. Yellow. And that would be, oh my god, I don't know my RGB values. I'm going to open Photoshop. There's probably a node for this. Maybe. I don't know. Do I have time for that? No. I'm just gonna ink dropper this image in Photoshop and get the RGB value that I wrote, because I can't remember. Especially when it comes to the more complicated colors, I'm like, I don't know what I did. Okie dokie. And ink dropper tool, yellow, 255, 255. We're gonna put this just like that. Cool. Now it's just chilling. So 255, 255. So I think it was the bottom one. 255, 255, and make this really small. Really small. Have another one. Run it. Perfect. Nailed it. And Control C, Control Shift B. What else? Cyan. Come over here. We already know what cyan is, right? Do we? I don't know. 255, 255. What? No way. Oh, I actually pulled cyan. My bad. Oh, okay. That makes sense. And then that one's cyan.
We got a good recommendation in the Discord chat for the Power Toys color picker on Windows as a good general purpose color picker.
Wait a minute. I have Power Toys. What's the command for that?
Power Toys color picker.
Ah,
Whoa, bro.
Look at that. Oh, Windows Shift C. Windows Shift C.
Shout out to RVC XXA in the Discord chat.
Ooh,
Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
hot. That's hot, dude. And I already had Power Toys. Power Toys is amazing. Oh, that's cool, dude. Thank you for that. That's nice.
Look at that. We all learning today.
Yo. Okay. Now a word from our sponsors. Power Toys, the absolute necessity of Windows, because Windows doesn't have your back. You need plugins to make Windows actually functionable. It's actually ridiculous. Okay, shout out to Power Toys though. This is the only feature I actually wanted out of Power Toys. But if I hit Control Spacebar anywhere on my computer, wait a minute, why isn't it working now? Did I break it? I broke it. I broke it. I don't know what happened. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I don't know. It's not even popping up anymore. But okay, so where were we? Windows Shift C. Oh, this is nice. I like this a lot. 255 in the middle. Okay, 255 in the middle. And let's spread this crap out. Boom. Yep. Then full magenta. Which is 255, 0, 255. Cool. And then let's just copy all of this. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Control Shift V. Boom! Look at that. Done. 10. Sick. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, we getting learnt today. I mean, I am. I know I am. What do we need? Blue. 255. Whoops. And then what do we need? We need purple. 150, 150, 255. 150. 50. 255. Let's run it to make sure. Okay. Yes, that is correct. Now we need whatever this is. 255, 150, 150. This one. 55, 150, 150. Nice. 2 more. We need green.
I know. Look how much more
080,
time we just
0.
saved him. Good call out, creepy guy. That
Yeah,
just
that was
saved so
nice.
much more time.
So much time. I'm all about saving time here. Seriously. And then 90, 0, 255. 90, 0, 255. Cue it. Boom. All right. We are done. Now we have all of our masks dialed. Do we want to see them? Maybe. Yeah, sure. Why not? Where do we want to put this? This is thick for no reason. Let's just make it thin. Let's turn all
Photoshop
this on.
crying in the corner.
Yo, Photoshop's not even running anymore, dude. Like, it's gone. Okay, and then yeah, sure. Let's just put this somewhere. I need this out of the way. Sure. You can go there. And all of our masking bigger. I need to move all this. Beautiful. All of our masking. It's gonna go right here. Amazing. And then this goes like that. Sick. Okay, and then now that we have this set up, let's make some reroutes. Reroute. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why is this important? It's important. I'll show you in a minute. We're gonna have to pipe this data all the way across because signal flow, baby, left to right. What am I trying to do here? Align left. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to like take every one of these and I'm going to connect it. And we're just trying to pipe the information like cleanly across the book. And like, I know this shit is boring, but when you think about it this way, if I don't touch this thing for like 2 weeks and I come back to it and it's not as organized as I'm doing it right now, there is no way I'm going to know what the hell or how the hell I even built it. But if I come back to this and I'm like, oh, okay, like I understand everything is organized. One set of variables controls everything. The image blending is literally like 3 nodes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I then can take this project or take elements of the project that I deem necessary, and I can use them in other places. You know, like this masker thing, for example. If I took the time and I labeled all of these colors, then in any one of my projects, I can open this up and be like, oh, I need red, yellow, and cyan. Copy, literally, I can just like make a new book. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can make a new Comfy instance, clear it, and you can paste nodes into from one book to another. You know, so it's like what took me 10 minutes to build once, I'm done forever if I did it properly once, right? So get into the habit of doing things properly because it will speed up your ideas later when you're just like, oh, I'm gonna steal this and then that and then this and then done. You know, like
I really think
it's
the best
powerful.
thing that Comfy did, especially after we spent so much time in Warp Fusion, was doing away with like only having like the settings file and just being able to drag the PNG with the metadata into it, because now we can just like look at, oh, that was a really cool video we made, drop that PNG in, and then that exact workflow that got us the video is there, and we don't have to like just dig through text files.
Yeah, yeah, you get the visual and the workflow all in one. So it's like a visual thing. You're like, oh, that's the one, right? And then you're done. That's like the
Phil,
file. Yeah.
as we're talking about the IPAdapter images, or you're just adding something there, do you already have 10 images prepared, or shall the chat provide some for you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Get the chat to provide some. Let's go. No, I don't have any images prepared. I mean, like I have thousands of images, but like that's not fun. Let's get the chat to like throw some in here.
Okay, then let's go, chat.
So when you guys throw an image, right? When you throw me an image to use, you have to give me a title because that image and the title would be paired, right? Because we actually do have titles.
Engelstein put a title down with that image. So, Phil, they put the images in the Discord chat, so you'll just have to drag them and save them from there. Unfortunately, the image part is limited to Discord chat, and Twitch chat just has the pleasure of watching.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Discord. It's on you guys. Populate the chat with your darndest. Okay. So basically, what I'm doing.
Oh no,
Go ahead.
sorry. Go on. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, basically all I'm doing here is I'm just trying to get some mask previews. I think having the mask preview is really important. You can kind of just like visually see what the heck is going on. Yeah, having previews at every step of the way isn't always necessary, but having a preview somewhere along the process, I think, is really important. So
the
all
turd image.
these. Yeah.
You
I
gotta
don't think you guys are ready.
you gotta just go to the first image someone posted and then just work your way down when we get to that part.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm watching these come in the chat right now on my phone, and these are really good, and it's gonna make for something that
No,
almost
J-Ru.
it's something that almost makes for like these are as diverse as the Civitai homepage would be, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's true. And the good thing about what we've built here is I mean, we have 10 IP adapters. Like I can really cycle through pictures quickly. Okay. We're almost done, guys. We're so close. We have our masking. We have our actually I'm gonna
A
reroute this down.
Discord chat, just so you guys are aware, the image that Jeru submitted to the chat is actually a control netted image that he made of Phil. So go
You guys see the resemblance?
Yeah, go give the pixel pusher image a good laugh emoji right there.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about right now. Come on. Just that doesn't look
Totally
like me.
not him. That's totally not him.
Close. It's close.
Could be your brother.
Yeah, the brother I never had.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
Let's. Okay, so we got our example images wired up. We've got. I'm pulling. Okay, so here's the thing, right? We're using the multicolored image to create the masks, and we've already done that. But we don't want to put our comping images on the multicolored. We might as well just put them on top of the original. I mean, I've had problems in the past, especially with the feathering of the masks here, the grow masks and the blur, where the underline, like the information underneath actually seeps through, and like, you know, if it's something like this, where like the actual Civet thing, where the images are just like a variant, it should be okay. But when it's like neon colors, it's like really apparent, I mean, way more apparent. So we're going to comp on top of the actual Civet screenshot and not the mask we made. And that's the reason why I have both here. So I rerouted this image, just like this blue line, which is like the picture, and I'm going to reroute it all the way across the book. Actually, I'm going to move all this stuff up a little bit because a little inefficient right now. And that is our actual image. These are masks, so I'm going to color them green, except for that one. Oh, this one is blue.
Hey man, shout out to all you guys having the images just locked and loaded and ready to go.
I mean, it's Civic. What do you expect, Boog? They're ready. Oh man, that dragon is gonna be cool. The glass dragon. I want to try that one. The hands on fire with candles. Dude, there's some good ones here, guys. Okay. What do we need? We're gonna pipe this image across, reroute, and what is the last piece of this puzzle? Let me open this up. Okay. Oh man, not fun. Let me tell you. We're gonna take these green ones. Thank you. And we're gonna, oh god, that's not what I wanted. We're actually just gonna normal copy it this time. And we're going to wire these up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doing the thing. Boom. Okay, now we're gonna select all those and we're gonna drag it all the way across. And then boom, there's our masks on this side of the book. This smaller. Like it is so.
I'm so excited to see what this is gonna look like with the images comped into it.
Oh man, it's gonna be so good. I already know. And what aspect ratio is this? I'm actually gonna open Photoshop again.
So someone
Actually, no, I can just
in
look
the
at the
in the
screenshot.
very beginning, I believe Aritaku said that the aspect ratio for the Civic cards are 2:3.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I suppose in this case, I mean, it's all gonna be resized anyway based on the mask. It's close enough, and we can tweak it after the fact. Just more of a proof of concept. Close this. Sorry, Photoshop. And what do we need here? We need, okay, so now comes the fun part. And the fun part is we need to comp everything together. And this is why organization is key, okay? This is going to get real hairy real quick. Yeah, I don't need to rotate anything, so that's not a problem. We're going to make this green. No, we want to, let's make this a different color. Let's make this red. And okay, so we have our images. We have our comped images. Okay, so now we need to pull off of all of these image blends because that's our main output for each of these images. So I'm just going to make reroutes for all of these. So we got 1. Everything I do, I have to
S-
do 10 fucking times.
someone in our Twitch chat said press Shift R to add a reroute when you're dragging your pipe through the workspace.
Shift R. When I'm dragging my pipe through the workspace.
Yeah. So I guess drag it out and then hit Shift R.
Oh, that's that. Oh my god. Did I just lose all the work? Oh my god, I think I lost everything. No! Wait, can I go back? Wait, Control Z? Now I definitely lost it.
No.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I can just rework this one. It's already done.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Oh my god.
I'm honestly not a.
Trolled.
Oh, wait. Boom.
Boom.
What? Well, I mean, not as far as I'd like. Maybe that's why we need to render things more. Yeah, let's work off of the one that I'd already built. That's probably the easiest.
All right. Well, we are no longer going to take
Yeah, we are.
recommendations for shortcuts.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
wait for whatever your name was. Not cool, man.
No. I mean, it wasn't his fault. That was my fault. Okay, so let's quickly do this again. So we don't need this. We need to resize this to 512 by 384. And we are going to rescale this image blend from our original video. I suppose this small resize, small, boom, blend, and our text.
A reminder
String.
has been served, though. Always save your workflows.
Yeah, seriously.
The same thing could have happened if his PC crashed.
True.
It wouldn't be saved.
Yeah, very true. I guess I already have this, so I don't really need this. And I suppose this would be 512. And for the sake of speed, am I rotating anything? Where am I rotating in this workflow? Because I am rotating things somewhere.
Sorry about that, Phil.
No, it's all good, dude. I mean, I literally do this shit in my sleep. Like it's literally my bread and butter. I don't think I am rotating in this workflow, so it doesn't actually matter. But okay, so let's load in our Civet assets again. What do we got? Boom. And what else do we got? Boom. Look at that. And shout out to my boy with the color picker. Oh, it's so good, dude. I love it. 255. 0. 0. Next. 25, 25, 0, 0. 255. 255. 0. Cyan. Man, the amount of times I've like lost work because like I just didn't save. You'd think you'd do it. You're like, you know what I mean? But such is life.
Such is life. It's all good. I know you can get that back relatively quickly if you just grind it out real quick.
Oh yeah. 150, 150, 255. And what else do we got here? 255, 150. I guess we need more. We need one more. 0, 80, 0. Okay. And then we need this a second time. And what's our last color? Purple. 90, 0, 255. 90. Nan. Dun-dun-dun. This to that. That to this. And this to this. We're going to need to move all of this over. That. And we're going to need an entire row of this. Like so. Those are 10. Model. IPAdapter. Change this color to like different. And then this is
Just letting
going-
Phil focus for a second, guys, so we can get back to where we were.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, if anyone's got questions, like just shoot it at me. I mean, like I'm here for it.
I mean, a general question: how long did it take you to develop this workflow?
I mean, I built it in an hour or something.
I mean, like develop it.
Well, here's the thing. Like once I understood the concept of masking, I was like, well, that's it. You know, like once you can turn left in a car, you could probably do a donut. You know? It's like that, you know. You learn a concept. Once your mind has been expand on like, wait, you could do that. All of a sudden, you're like, well, yeah, I could now. I can just apply that anywhere, right? It's just another tool in the toolbox. And like, yeah, masking and comping is just another tool in the toolbox, and you can do some cool stuff with it. You can do some very utilitarian things with it. Yeah, yeah, it's and that's kind of why I wanted to bring it on the stream today, because it's so useful. It's so useful to just have that knowledge of, you know, like what is actually possible here. And then so this is gonna go what I believe in the middle. Yes, in the middle. And then the top one comes down from that and that to that. Okay, cool. So now we have 10. And what are we missing? We're missing the comp section. I believe the mask is going to work. I honestly don't know. Let's find out. Okay, cool.
Hey,
And we're going to cancel that. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is just this stuff again. So we need a bypass. And we need a repeater. Repeater. No, wait. Fast bypass. That's what I wanted. This into this. Boom. Put that there. Bye-bye. I guess we should make this group a lot bigger, shouldn't we?
Also, pro tip: if you guys have a grouping of nodes in the gray area, and shout out to Midjourney, man, I'm pretty sure he was the one that turned me on to this. If you guys have a grouping of nodes that are, and you don't have any groups yet, but you would like to make the nodes a group, shift select all the nodes that you want in a group, and then right click in the gray area of ComfyUI, and there is an option to automatically make a bounding box and a group around the selected nodes. I forget exactly what the option's called, but yeah, fit group to nodes. Thank you, creepy guy. So select all the nodes that you want to group. Don't right click on the nodes, right click in the gray space. And then there is an option there.
Manage.
No, right. So right click on the gray on the graph, on the ComfyUI graph. Yeah, boom, and
See, it doesn't show up all the time, and then I knew that was gonna happen.
no way.
And I don't know why. I don't know why. It just won't. It doesn't show up sometimes. But like, if I select, like,
add group for selected nodes.
add group to, yeah, there you go. Boom.
Boom.
So that's, yeah, super useful. Yeah, basically I'm just gonna like quickly try to oh my god, what the frig is happening here? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to put the text back where we had it. So we want the image in, and we are going to, yeah, we want to upscale the image first, bring the image in. What was it? FFF?
FFF for white, yeah.
6. And Laura. And then I think the size was like 150 or something.
Yeah, bro. We need to make a cheat sheet for Comfy and sell it.
Yeah. I guess it's not. Am I missing an F? What's going on here?
It's only 6. It's only supposed to be 6 Fs. Is that?
Oh, what? Oh, that's weird. There's 2 options for color. There's font color.
You have
and
you
also font color
7
effects.
you have 7 Fs there. It's only 6. Boom.
You would think one overrides the other though. It wants to. Yeah, see, like,
Hey.
okay. That's really funny. Okay, let's auto cue this bad boy, and let's adjust positioning. Okay, somewhere over here.
And I'm gonna test this again later. The user that gave the shortcut, he said that control R
No,
is
he said
refresh, but
shift. He said
shift R is the reroute.
Yes, and it is. I just tested it myself. It does work.
Gotcha.
I
So it
think
was
he'll
probably
accidentally
just
hit
a
control.
button mispress. Yeah,
Yeah. That's why I said it wasn't their fault.
all good.
Okay, cool. So now we are basically back where we started. Look at that. Look at it. Okay, cool. Be a little bit back.
Everyone's calling for you to hit the save button.
You know what? Not a bad idea there. Save as yeet. Good. I feel accomplished with myself right now.
Hey.
Okay. Now that we've got all that dealt with, let's turn this back on, and let's very quickly organize this. So this This will go here. So. And we'll just have it on top. Like, it doesn't matter the ordering. And the text will be small. And then actually, yeah, that becomes that. So that becomes small. And we'll just have look at it. And this will go. I mean, this is going to be messy as hell, but it doesn't matter. It's like nodes going up, nodes going down.
And then just to drill it further in, what was the copy and paste to get the connectors still connected? Let's say that one more time.
Control Shift V. So you have Control CV, and then Control Shift V holds the connections to where they should be. Actually, I didn't even do that one correctly. There we go. So yeah, Control Shift V holds the connections to where they are. And okay, so now all we have to do is route these into here.
Hey.
And that down. Up, down. Up.
And guys, please make sure that if you download the workflow from Phil's Civitai profile and you create anything with it, to post that any cool animations that you make with the workflow to that workflow page so people can see it. And let's get like a little, Civitai stream group posting there using this workflow, and let us see the cool things that you guys make with it.
Yeah, and I think something to think about when you're actually using the workflow is like try to theme it. You've got 9 images there on the Civit one, on the website there. So when you like throw in your images, like try to make some cool themes. Try to make like, whatever. I mean, in this case, I was just doing flowers. That was just a random theme. But like you could do anything you want. You could have like half of them be one thing, half of them be the other. But once I'm done building out this flow, I hope the thing we take away from it is it really can be anything you want. And I think that's really, really powerful. Let's do Civit V2.
Hey, it looks like we might have broke our 500 viewer cap that we've been trying to get past. So
let's go.
Shout out to all you guys for being here. I really hope that you guys are learning stuff from this and you take away a little nugget every time we do one of these streams. I'm super glad Phil is here and doing this, and I'm still just excited to see what this ending product is going to be.
Honestly, me too. I'm really
I think that
hoping
means we need more of Phil, honestly.
I mean, I'm down to come back and do whatever. Let's make sure this actually works though. Step 1.
Yeah, once we get the confirmation this is working, then let's start getting some of the
Nice.
user images in there. That looks sick.
It works. It works. Okay, cool. Why is this? Oh, I must have misclicked that. That should be 10 FPS. And we need more space because this aspect ratio changed. So let's drag that up like that. Cool. I think that's it. Also, because this is the older book, I actually have a black and white kill switch. So this knob, oops, I actually overwrote that. This knob will kill switch all the black and white. So in this case, this video was rendered in color, but then it made it black and white. So anyway, that's that. Now, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool, that's working. This is being fed down across. Is it being resized correctly? Down across here. Height 1920. Okay, so let's do 1920 width. I don't know, 1080, just so we're not like blowing our brains out in terms of resolution. And then all of this is wired correctly, and then it goes to Rife. I think we're good, guys. I think we're gonna hit it. So let's get some Discord
Yeah, you gotta go.
images going here.
You gotta scroll back up to the first one, which I believe was the
girl singing?
animate. Yeah, the girl singing, and then just work your way down from there.
Okay, cool. Copy image. Oh yeah, I mean, like, another pro tip, if you're on Pinterest or whatever, you can literally just like right click copy and go to a load image and just Control V, and it'll load right in it. So in this case, I'm just gonna copy it right from Discord. Control V. Copy image. Whoops. Sometimes it doesn't work for some reason. Sometimes you actually have to open the image in Discord to copy it. And I think, see, it doesn't want to work on that one for some reason. That worked. Clicking and dragging worked. These are going to be gnarly, guys.
This is gonna be the most lit Civitai homepage ever.
Man, we gotta name these. Oh my god, New Love too. Yeah, I'll go back and name these. Mischievous. Annie Phil. Oh my god. I swear if this looks anything like me when it renders, multicolored birds. May princess. And the last one, just a cute emoji poop. Amazing.
Hey, swap out one of the portraits with the glass lizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so we
You
get
said
a
you-
little variation in there.
Yeah, you said you wanted to use it.
Okay, let's swap me out. Like, we don't need to see me.
I'm
on Guys, I'm on stream, okay? You don't need to see that.
So
Um,
now for the
okay.
titles.
Yeah, okay, the titles. Okay, let's see here. We got... That one doesn't have a name. Let's go up to the singing girl. Okay, no name there. We'll call the singing girl, I don't know.
Song waifu. Singing waifu.
Song
waifu.
Song waifu. And we'll call it the Rover, Red Rover.
Stone Mars Rover.
Stone Mars Rover. Let's do it. Boom. And Spacebot.
Mm.
Spacebot. Spacebot. And literally, this one's literally just called Turd.
Yeah.
New Love. What else?
Mischievous.
Skipping Anaphil. And what do we got?
Whoa.
What are we missing here? Mischievous. Oh, the dragon. We'll call this one Mirror
It's
Dragon.
glass winged lizard.
Glass winged lizard. Two sets? I don't even know. Okay. What else do we have here?
Then
Raven.
Raven. Yeah.
Glass winged lizard. Raven. See, here's like
Rainbow Raven.
Rainbow Raven. Okay.
Rainbow Raven.
Rainbow Raven.
Oh, man.
And then two more. Okay, we'll call this Cute Poop. And then the last one is the princess girl, which is...
It says Yodohime is what someone said. Yodohime.
Come on, man. You gotta call it Taco Thursday.
Yeah, seriously. How am I supposed? How do I spell Yoto Hime?
Yotohime.
Yoto Hy. What was it?
Hime with a space in between. So space between the Yoto and the Hime.
Oh, I see. Yoto
Ooh.
Hime. Yoto
Phil,
Hime. Yeah.
come on, man. You gotta call it Taco Thursday for the poop emoji. Come on, man.
Taco Thursday.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it was literally called cute poop. Whatever. Let's hit it. Are we ready for this, guys? I don't
We're
know if
ready
we're
for
Let's
this.
go.
Okay, we're gonna turn all the high-res fixes are off. That's cool. And let's get it. Let's see what happens. Oh my god! I hit the button.
Zoom in on the output.
Oh no, the black and white's still on. We gotta turn that off.
Abort.
Kill all the black and whites. Run it again. It'll update after the fact. There we go.
Oh. Oh no. No. What happened?
Whoa, look at this guy.
Whoa. Whoa. Wait. Sorry. Discord just like kicked me out. So okay, we're back. We're back.
Oh wow.
I didn't touch anything there, guys. That was Discord.
Guys, look how
Prices
good the
already.
turd. Look how good the turd turd represented.
Wow.
It's really
And-
good.
And the turd is now a tunib.
Oh, the glass dragon came out great too.
FBI open up. Yeah, they sense the waifu. I would have been
this is-
so.
this-
Oh no, go on.
I was just gonna say this is why we why I'm using the LCM my photon mix. The IP adapters just come out so good. I don't even know. Look at these. Oh my god, guys, they look so good.
Whoa.
New Love, Mischievous, Glasswing, Lizard, Raven, Taco Thursday. Where are we at right now? Is it comping? Oh my god, we're rifing. We're rifing. Moment of truth. Making it big.
Go big or go
I don't know.
home.
I don't know if y'all are ready, dude. Are you all ready for the new Civet homepage? I don't know if you're ready.
Always.
Okay, so it worked. Few things wrong. Number one, why? Okay, so the resolution's whack.
Yeah.
The overlays are missing. Why? Where is it getting base image? No, that's the actual base image. Image to paste is coming from... they're coming from the wrong source. I see. So, easy fix. This is
Easy
what happens
fix.
when you don't save.
Now comes the fun part of spaghetti debugging.
Nah, this wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have to do this if we didn't lose the flow. But it's fine. Look, we're already done. And I guess what resolution is this? 28691911. 2869. Yeah, okay. So it's 3.2. So 1920, 1280. That's it. Yeah. 1280. Boom. Hit it. Should just do all the comping. It's going through right now.
Ba-da.
All right, let's get another round of images. Let's throw some images, dude. Discord, hit me with another round. We have 10 images we need.
We still got some left from the last batch.
That's true, we do. I think we have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we need a couple more.
Oh, dude, that looks so
Wow.
good. Except Rainbow Raven and Taco Thursday is a little jacked, but
Oh, wait. Okay. No. This is good. This is actually a really good learning experience because now, does anyone want to take a guess? I'm looking at the Twitch channel for this answer specifically. Does anyone want to take a guess why those two messed up? I want to and Discord. If anyone has some answers, just like throw it out.
Question.
So I got space. No idea. Maybe aspect ratio. So the reason
Well,
why those messed up is because if I zoom in on the mask, look, there's pixel data where there shouldn't be. And then, oh, look, there's pixel data where there shouldn't be. So the mask thinks it's bigger than it actually is. So those two, which happen to be, which one is this? This one. So I'm going to bump the threshold higher. And this one, which is the last one I made, I'm also going to bump the threshold higher. And now, when I key that, I'm going to double check. Oh no, it should be lower, actually. That's what it should be. Be a lower threshold. And this one should be lower as well. Cue that.
someone in Twitch said because you forgot to add perfect quality to the prompt.
Masterpiece.
Amazing, dude.
Masterpiece.
Also, remember to save the workflow as Civitai v3.
Yeah. Exactly. No, I overwrite my files every time. I'm actually going to turn the threshold down to like literally 1. I need this to be perfect. But see, this is the importance of having super clean masks. Okay, let's zoom in here. I don't see any pixels. I don't see any pixels. I don't see any pixels.
Good.
Great. It looks good. So now I shouldn't have to re-render. It should go right to the comp. Yeah. We're at the comping stage already.
Hey.
There it is.
Hey.
So that.
Phil, can you make sure you send this to me, the finished thing?
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. And then let's do one more round of images and just get two of these pages, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Cool. Yeah.
And also,
see.
Phil, can you give a brief overview of that last grouping of nodes that we kind of had to speed run because of the workflow crash?
This
Those
grouping
right
here?
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is pretty simple. Basically, what's going on here is these nodes allow me to take an image base, images to paste, and a mask picture. Not a mask in the sense of like what ComfyUI thinks is a mask, but like an actual picture mask. So like anything that's black and white, basically. Actually, this is a lot of the sauce right here. And what's happening here is if I click on this, you can see these white lines and where they're coming from. So the image to paste is the actual video, what we've rendered, right? The image base is the picture of the Civit screenshot of the website. And the mask is coming from the actual mask. And that is, over here. So it's literally coming from the black and white color to mask picture, which is basically AVs. And then essentially, we have our videos up here. We have 10 videos. We have 10 masks. They're all getting piped in sequentially. And then these actually get piped into each other. So if I were to spread these out, you can see the output of one is being fed into the other. So it's like I grab video 1, I grab the asset, I paste them together, and then the output of this one becomes the base of the next one. And then I do the same thing, and then I take that new output. So essentially it's like a checkerboard. I'm saying like take the first video, comp it, and then it's like cool. Now use that as a base. Take the second video, comp it. Now use that one as a base. Take the third video, comp it, and I'm going blah 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 blah, and I'm comping all of them in a sequential order by like feedback looping them on themselves. And that's basically it. And then at the very end, it's my raw output. That's getting fed into Rife, and then it gets interpolated 2 times just to smooth that out. So like if you notice this, it's kind of like choppy, it's like all over the place. But then over here, it's like nice and smooth. And that's frame interpolation basically. I'm just using a video model to interpolate in between frames to like boost the FPS. And yeah, and then the end thing is Song Waifu, Stone Rover, Mars, Spacebot, Turd, New Love, Mischievous, Glass Winged, Raven, Rainbow, Yotatama, Taco Thursday.
Awesome. Let's do one more round of images, and then we'll do the outro here.
Cool. I'm gonna save this. It's nice. Okay, let's do it. Discord. Let's see. This one looks like chaos. I'm down. This like sunflower wave. It's gonna be crazy.
Are you gonna
Oh yeah, by the way,
this workflow as well?
Yeah, sure. I'll make another post about it.
I think it would be cool to see what the Civitai users create with the Civitai webpage template.
Totally. Absolutely. Damn it. So I've noticed that if the image is high res, it won't let me copy it. I actually have to open the image.
The spaghetti. I love it.
Yeah, hilarious.
Hey man, shout out to everyone who stuck it out and hung out with us for over 2 hours today while Phil built this epic workflow and showed us a bunch of comfy stuff that I know I didn't know. So hopefully you guys learned something as well.
And I learned the value of friendship and the save button. But I'm glad I'm glad I did the prep and I built out the first version first, because that would have been bad if I actually lost everything and it was like nobody gets to see the output, like goodbye everyone. It's like, damn, dude. Let me put in one of my pieces. Just this is the last one because we don't have one. Something weird. Let's do one of my like monsters. Let's do one. Let's do this guy.
Rename them all as well.
What are we renaming these to? Frog Girl. See, like this is a good. Actually, you know what? I can just select these and put them over here. There we go. Now I can rename them and look at them at the same time. Frog Girl. Vengeance. Irish RPG waifu. Let's go. Let's call this Forest Deity.
And definitely go check out Phil's Civitai profile. He trains his own custom models, and so he makes a lot of art pieces that are really unique. And his Lauras for almost the entire duration of Warp Fusion and all those videos that I was making when I first started streaming with you guys, every single one of my videos used some type of combination of Lauras that this guy made, and it made all of my stuff feel more unique. So yeah, man, if you guys have not downloaded his resources from his Civitai profile, definitely go do it and experiment with some of it. Hacker girl.
I just called it Japanese programmer. And the chaos one, there's got to be a name for it, right? I don't know if there was.
Sunflower Ocean.
Sun Drowner.
And yeah, I'm seeing a whole lot of first-time chatters in our Twitch. So guys, welcome. We do these video and animation streams every Thursday, and we're going to start having more special guests on every couple weeks as well, doing really cool, unique stuff like this. So make sure you subscribe on Twitch.
Boom. Look at me being all like clean.
They
and
can't
doing the
subscribe
thing.
yet, though.
Okay,
can follow.
well, follow us on Twitch. I always get the buttons messed up between all the
Yeah,
different platforms.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Follow us on
YouTube.com/.
Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Twitch. There you go.
And Instagram.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Look at
the wave is gonna look awesome.
Wow.
That's cool.
Whoa, yeah, that one's
I
rad.
gotta stop. I'm following. How do I stop following? Stop follow execution. There we go. The programmer came out good too. Also, like, keep in mind, guys, like I'm not even doing a high res fix here, and the resolution is 512 by 320. You know. But I wanted to illustrate something that would work on low VRAM, and this 100% should. I'm just using a lot of VRAM because I'm like streaming and I have camera and Discord and Twitch open, like all at the same time. But yeah, no, these are turning out great. Let's. I'm just waiting for the rest of them to populate. It'll populate right at the end.
Can I
It's
ask you a
not,
question about VRAM
fixed.
usage?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so whenever I try to do like any of these workflows for any text video, image video, video, it always, because I only have 6 gigs of VRAM, and obviously that's not a lot, but every single time I do it, always says 30 gigs of, no, not 30, just 30 VRAM, literally just 30 being used, or just 15, or just 20. It doesn't even let me use more. And I'm also using ComfyUI.
I'm kind of confused at what you're saying.
So
Can you,
whenever
like,
I go into my
reiterate?
command prompt, so it doesn't show up whenever I use like something, if I'm doing an image thing, for example, whenever I'm using like a normal non-Excel, it won't tell me. Whatever I use like an Excel, it'll say like using VRAM 3100 or using VRAM 4000. Whenever I do anything with a video, it says using VRAM 30 or using VRAM 15. So it's only using 15 VRAM out of my maximum 6 gigs that I have, or 6,000 that I have. And I don't know why.
That's interesting. I don't know why it would tap you. I've never really heard of that before.
Yeah, I tried to look it up, and there's like nothing online or anything.
No,
I
like,
can say it's hard to
issue
do this
in
video
GitHub?
stuff with only 6 gig of VRAM. I did
Yeah.
my own workflow with doing with 6 gigabyte of VRAM, but it's hard, especially for longer videos and higher resolutions. You really need low resolutions and really short
Yeah.
low number of frames for 6 gig of VRAM.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point.
Hey, wait, Phil, did we get the output for this final one yet?
Yeah, we did. They're a little
Hey.
distorted, so I just ran it at a lower, different aspect ratio. But yeah, like it's doing the thing. And we got
Awesome.
our
Well,
yeah, it's crazy. I'm really happy with this one. This one came out fun.
this looks sick. I love the spaghetti. The
It's so
spaghetti
good. It's on fire.
is like on fire and talking to us. Yours on the bottom right looks really good.
It's trippy. I mean, for like again, guys, this is lower than 512. Like it's crazy. So if you gave each K sampler the love that it required, like these videos would be popping right now, and they still are, in my opinion. But like they could, like this is as bad as it'll ever be, which is crazy to me.
All right. Well, on that note, or well, we'll wait till the new one pops out, and then we'll sign off here. Dude, I'm so stoked that we were able to make this happen, and that there were no like hiccups with the streaming it and all that kind of stuff, because there very well could have been, but this went about as smooth as possible. Thank you to everyone who was here for giving space to Phil to talk the whole time and get through everything, and like no interruptions. Everyone's super respectful with the questions and everything. So yeah, man, I really appreciate you guys for coming around every Thursday. I'm gonna try to do a lot more cool stuff like this for you guys, and bring in a lot more of the super talented guys that I know who are doing this full time professionally. So yeah, let's wait for this last one. Phil has to send me both of these so I can show Justin and Max what the Civitai homepage should look like. I'm joking. I'm joking, Justin. I'm joking, Justin.
Yeah, so here the aspect ratio is fixed, and it actually
Whoa.
made the outputs look even better.
Yeah, there's like no squishing going on.
Yeah, no squishing, but also it seemed to like actually boost the quality of the render. I guess maybe that the aspect ratio just worked better, but yeah, I mean, the cool part about this workflow, I'm gonna post this one on my Civit page as well, so people can play with. I'd love to see what people do with this one. But the cool part about this is if you like what you're getting and you only want to switch, for example, just one image, it's really easy for you to just click and drag a different image into the thing, and then when you hit Q prompt, it should if because my seeds are all locked except for this variable, it'll just re-render that one part and then go immediately into the comping, which is super cool. So you can sit here and like actually just continue to dial, yeah, exactly what you want for the piece, which is really cool. And yeah,
Phil, thank you so much for coming on and doing this. Thank you for taking the time and building this and putting this together prior to the stream. I'm so stoked that just like I was able to introduce you to people that might not be aware of your work or anything. Tell everyone where they can find you on social media and all that good stuff.
yeah, absolutely. So you can. My internet alias is Machine Delusions. You can find me on Twitter under that handle. You can find me on Discord under that handle. You can find me on Instagram, machine.delusions. I also have a website. I do AI stuff professionally now. That's why I live here in Tokyo. And yeah, learning every day. These tools are really powerful. Consume as much content as you possibly can, experiment as much as you can, and yeah, don't be afraid to break things. You know, push the tools to their limits. Highly recommend training things like LoRa's and models because at the end of the day, when you have the control of LoRa's and base models and stuff like that in your hands, there is no limitations. You can actually create styles and things that don't exist. Jboog, Civit, thanks so much for having me on. Super sick. It was a nice challenge for myself, like acquiring like all these like tools in my tool belt and being like, okay, how can I make something interesting and creative that I've never seen before? And then, theorizing with the guys. I thought like making a custom Civit page was like a fun, silly idea. But I encourage you guys to grab the workflow, play with it for what it is, but then start to like tear it apart and think of new applications in which you can take the method that you've learned here into your own expression. You can do all sorts of random stuff, ranging from here's an example of the same concept that I've done, but it's with TVs, and I even went as far in as to build the reflections in the bottom there. If you see the eye on the right, it's the same idea. I'm just comping stuff together, and you can really take that idea as far or as few as you want. Same idea with my Game Boys. It's all just comping. You can make some really, really interesting stuff here. So I just highly encourage everyone to just experiment as much as you can.
So sick. And then guys, just for the sign off, so I have a little something special that I probably will share with you guys next week, that if you guys come to the stream and if we can get a tall chat again, what I will be doing next week that you guys can look forward to is I will be giving you guys some new sauce and showing you how I created this really cool video that went on the Civitai social media pages a few days ago. There are a couple of new things in here that I have done and that I tweaked, and I'm gonna I'll lay some sauce on you guys next week. So I am really grateful for all of you guys that come out and hang out with me and hang out with us and learn and contribute. And even if you don't have a video card that can like do all the stuff we necessarily show you, we really appreciate you guys coming. Hope you guys learned something. Go follow Phil. Go download the workflow. Make something cool. Post it on his page so we can share it and we can see it. We want to see you guys make some stuff with the workflow that Phil shared today, because we want to post those on the Civitai social media page so that we can make everyone who doesn't come to the streams jealous and let them know that they have to be coming to the streams. So this is going to be on YouTube. I'm going to expedite this one and get it posted on YouTube by tomorrow morning at the latest. Twitch, I appreciate you guys. We will see you again Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific for more AI video and animation on Civitai. Thank you guys for coming. Go follow Phil, aka Machine Delusions. This man is one of the best to do it in the AI community. I'm convinced. Hopefully now you guys are as well. And we're going to be bringing you guys a lot more of just these crazy talented creators that are doing unique things on the stream so you guys can learn some new stuff. Peace. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Boom.